You have been brainwashed to think that you need to work, and I know that sounds like a crazy claim, so let me tell you what I mean. From the moment you were old enough to freaking say 2 + 2 = 4, you were told a story. Work hard, go to school, get a degree, have a 401k, and soon, when you're 80 years old, you could retire. You have to earn your freedom, you have to work hard. Working hard is noble. Working hard, he's a good hardworking man. She's a hardworking woman. And most of us just absorbed that story, that average lifestyle story, without ever questioning it. But in the last 2 years, I've made over $200,000 on the internet from social media, getting paid just to be me. And I can tell you, yeah, I work, but I definitely don't work 40 hours a week hard. Anyways, my point is, I had to stop believing that story. And if you're watching this video is about what could potentially happen to you if you question this average path that you might be going down right now. So, like I said, growing up, we're told work hard, go to school, get a degree, right? And that, if you want things to come to you easily, you're lazy. Something like my parents, they're from Haiti, they speak Creole, and they always say this phrase in Creole, and the English translation is, a staircase is step by step. You have to climb the ladder, right? Climb the corporate ladder, work your way up, into the company, literally sell your soul and work. I mean, have you ever stopped to think about, you're working so hard to climb your way up, but what about the person who owns the company, who owns the organization? They're not working their way up. They're chilling while you literally put money in their pocket. Infuriate you if you're watching this, because clearly you're meant for a lot more. Yeah. Right? You're wondering, oh, I'm working so hard, but you're still living paycheck to paycheck. Or you're comfortable, but you're tired of clocking in and out. You go online, you see people living their life. You feel like people aren't even working. #unemployment arc. I live in Los Angeles, California. I just went to Community Goods. Bro, people my age, older, younger, whatever, most beautiful cars on what's today, Tuesday, 3 p.m., vibing, chilling. They're not clocking in and out. And you don't have to either. There's a way to change your life and make so much freaking money online. But it starts off by changing your money beliefs. If you believe you have to work hard for money, even if you have an online business, you'll always be in a situation where you have to work hard. I mean, look, the Hollywood Hills are right there. I'm chilling. I have a beautiful apartment. I'm not working 40 hours a week. Okay, and I don't want to keep, I don't want to say this. I don't want it to sound like I'm bragging, but I'm just trying to say, what I want you guys to do is start naming, what are some money beliefs that you think is holding you back? Maybe you believe you have to work hard for money. Maybe you believe that online business is going to be really difficult, and maybe it's not for people like you, or you don't see people who look like you doing it. I mean, hopefully if you see me, you think you could do it. I'm a black woman living in America, super successful, right? I'm not your typical, so, another belief that holds a lot of beginners back and a lot of people back is, oh, this might take forever, or I don't want to sell a scam. If you're thinking you're selling a scam by genuinely helping people, first of all, making money, just because you make a lot of money doesn't mean it's a scam. That's a negative ass belief. That's a horrendous belief you need to remove from your head. People who are rich are not all scammers. That is a lie. And if they are, then they're doing fraud. And not everyone who is successful is doing fraud. You understand? There are people who are successful and they're doing great things for the world. One of my programs helps women go from anxiety to secure in love. I've had people thank me, say, you've changed my life. Is that a scam? I don't think so. Right? So all of that to say, sometimes money beliefs can really hold people back. So now I want to tell you guys, wait, hold on. All right, so there was a time where I actually had a social media marketing agency and I was working with clients. I was making good money, but I had to manage clients. I had to get on meetings all the damn time. And I was like, wait, there are people who make the same amount of money as me, but they have no meetings. They don't have to deal with managing clients on high ticket deals and that kind of thing. It's just easy for them. It's just simple for them. They post online, they sell a program, and they print. And you only have to make this program one time. Of course, you have to update it here and there, but you don't have to do much. And so when I realized that, I was like, you know what? I'm going to change my business model. Instead of having a social media marketing agency, I'm going to share the thing that I'm truly passionate about, which is manifesting in business as well. It's something I'm passionate about. I'm going to make content around it. I'm going to sell a digital product around it. And that changed everything. I became so free because my calendar is clear. If I want to book meetings with clients who pay me for meetings, they pay me very well, over $1,000 to get on a call with me for these meetings, then sure, I'll make time for that. But it's not a requirement for me to make money. And I can make money in my sleep. I can make money while I eat. I can make money in the bathroom. I can make money while I'm on a beach. I can make money anywhere. You see what I'm saying? Because I chose a vehicle. I chose a business model that allows me to have freedom. And if you're a woman watching this especially, then we shouldn't be working hard, and you deserve to have a business model that supports your lifestyle and so that you can make money anytime, anywhere. And so digital products, I believe, is the best way to make money online in 2026 and in 2027, because that's just a few months away, even though it's only March. But time flies. It's already March. I mean, practically by the time you watch this, probably April. So now the reason why this model will change your entire life as well is because you're your own boss. You're not working for a boss. You're not clocking in. You're not clocking out. Like I said, you can make money while you travel, money while you sleep. I remember a few years ago, I literally took my really good friend, right, my cousin, to San Francisco, paid a lot of stuff on the trip. Guess what? I made more money on the trip than I spent on the whole trip because of digital products. I didn't have to talk to anyone. I didn't have to get on a sales call. I didn't have to manage clients. I just made money on autopilot with ease. You see what I'm saying? I'm getting a crap ton of text messages trying to please stop interrupting my video. I'm putting y'all on. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, a good goal for you guys is to make $5,000 a month. That should potentially replace whatever you're currently making now. If you're making more, then make that your goal. And then once you replace that money, then you can go ahead and, strive for even more. But I like to give people a goal that they can believe in. And I think that replacing your current income, or if you're living paycheck to paycheck on maybe like $3K now, make $5K your goal. $5K is good. In most states, you can live a good, comfortable life. If you already have a job too, then that's supplemental income. And like I said, that number can rise. But I'll be honest with you guys, most people will fail if they don't do this one thing. And that's make a decision that you will become the version of you who has a successful online business and can make money with digital products. You have to believe in yourself and believe in the way and believe in the method. That is the only freaking way that you will succeed, is to believe that this is possible for you. And it starts with decision. So you say, I decide today that I will live an easy and comfortable life. That's it. That's simple. I decide today that I will be a successful business owner. It's that simple. I want you guys to write down a negative money belief that you probably didn't choose. Maybe you heard your parents saying it, people in the news, your environment, people would always talk about that. And I want you next to it to write down either the opposite of that belief or what would you do differently if you didn't believe it. You can even journal this out as a journal prompt, but leaving it in the comments is even more powerful because other people can see it and be like, oh crap, I didn't know I had that belief too. Like for example, I never have enough. Cancel and reject. I'm in overflow. I'm living in divine overflow, right? Or having a business is going to take a long time to grow. My business explodes. By the way, my business exploded in 2 months. So let's go, guys. If you want to work with me one-on-one, links down there. But regardless, I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.